Hi, welcome to the next edition of the BSIA podcast, The Voice. I'm delighted to welcome into my little green studio Ant Hebblethwaite from DSOC, the Monitoring Centre, and welcome to the BSIA podcast.
Thank you for having me, thank you.
Fabulous. You've been here at HQ today because you've just been participating in the ARC section meeting for the BSIA. How did it go? Have you had a good day?
Yeah, it was great. It's the first one I've attended in person. They're always so worthwhile. It's so many leaders of ARCs coming together and talking the industry and regulations and standards. But when I've joined remotely, it's just never quite the same as attending in person. It's good. There's been some good ideas flying around. So really enjoyed it. And then flowing into this.
Brilliant stuff. And so tell us about DSOC then. What's your role there? You're the sales director at DSOC.
I am. Yes, I am the sales director, which sometimes I forget to say that. So kind of do a bit of everything, I guess. So DSOC opened in 2020. I'll kind of get the formalities to start with. So we're an NSI Gold alarm receiving centre and a remote video response centre. So an ARC and an RBRC. And when I first joined, I came straight from kind of off the tools, engineer tech roles. And then I'd moved into management just before. So this is my first role at an ARC, an out-and-out monitoring station. So early days, that was a technical role. I had to kind of help establish the ARC and get the place ready to receive all the signals and work with the installers to commission systems. But these days, after probably a year and a half at DSOC, that quickly transitioned into a more commercial role, which is where I am now. So I lead all the sales and marketing functions at DSOC.
Excellent. And what are your sort of challenges, do you think, working at DSOC as an ARC or as a business? What sort of things are you finding are challenging you at the moment?
I think I've spoken on a few of these type things about the kind of wider topic of monitoring, and I think that's probably where the challenges sit. I think the challenges sit with the amount of alarms that you receive, working through them, managing what's called the alarm queue, so that the guys on shift can manage their workload to deliver the monitoring service. But it's that balance between describing what remote monitoring is and seeing the challenges, and that's all it is. It's just a challenge. We do that really well at DSOC, as a lot of the guys that I've just spoke to in the ARC section do. But yeah, I'd probably say as an ARC, that is the one biggest challenge day in, day out, week in, week out, is the sheer amount of alarms that you're going to receive from intruder alarm systems, fire alarm systems, CCTV, managing them accordingly, using things such as false alarm management, and really making sure you're keeping in touch with your installers to keep on top of all of that.
Yeah.
So I don't want that to sound negative either, because that's the job.
Absolutely. That's the whole purpose of monitoring stations.
It is, yeah.
So what would be your message to installers of why it's important to recommend a monitoring station?
Well, I think I'd start at the start in that you should always be looking for accredited businesses. You should always be looking for example, members of an association like the BSIA, because it's best practice. Mm-hmm. It's making sure that supplier, because to an installer that's what a monitoring station is, they're another supplier. It's making sure that they're educated, experienced and best informed to deliver that service for you. And the only real way to do that from a standing start is what accreditations do they hold, what memberships do they hold, and that gives you that first check of, right, these guys have got the finger on the pulse, they know what's going on. But as a push for why installers should offer monitoring more often, recurring revenue, I think that's the main message. I know this, and I've come to learn now from taking this role on at DSOC that it's actually not that common for someone to have the knowledge that I've got of the systems and of the monitoring. Yeah. It was just part of my career path. I worked for an installer business that also sold monitoring, so it was always just part of what I understood. So I've always seen the power of the fact that you sell a CCTV system, you sell a maintenance package, why not sell monitoring? Mm-hmm. You sell an intruder alarm, fire alarm, same thing. The monitoring station, if it's the right relationship, looks after that for you. You'll receive reports, they'll take care of all the alarm handling. And I think installers sometimes are nervous or cautious about that, because it's another aspect of your service to manage. It's another thing that an engineer might need to go to a site for, call out. something you might need engineers on call out of hours, for example. Whereas that's the bit that kind of pushed the installers on to just challenge that idea, because whilst you're not selling monitoring, the guy down the road is. Mm-hmm. The guy down the road's got a relationship with somebody like us, and the recurring revenue is there, and it's the work's actually being done by the ARCs. So yeah, I'd be saying to installers, if you're not selling the monitoring because you don't understand it well enough yet, consider getting to know it better through people like the BSIA and NSI. And then if it's on the other side of you've tried it and you've faced difficulties with it, well, consult an ARC and discuss it. Yeah. Have a chat with somebody like us and see if we could fix them problems for you.
Brilliant stuff. And as an ARC, how important is it for you to be a part of the BSIA and what we do with regard to standards, being able to be involved in shaping those standards, being involved in the section meetings? Yeah,
that's where I was going to go with it. That's how I was straight going to refer to the section meeting.
Yeah.
There's so many knowledgeable people in the BSIA. I mean, Dave Wilkinson's unbelievable. And as representatives of the ARC, being able to discuss actually what goes on in our control room, in the alarm queue, with the different systems that signal into us, the pain points of that, the considerations of things changing, all of it's discussed at such a high and in detail level in the BSIA that being able to voice that at an ARC section meeting, and then at some point we'll see that go into guidance and to a standard, and it'll become a regulation, and then it's law, and we feel we're making a difference for the whole sector, as opposed to a lot of what we do every day, and rightly so, is about our own business. It's nice to be involved in something that's about the wider security sector.
So it makes a real difference for you guys to actually feel like you're being listened to, that you're making a difference, and by being actively a part of the section meetings and being a member of the BSIA, that's all part of the journey.
It is, absolutely, yeah. And education. I'm not scared to say that either. There's a lot you learn.
Yeah.
That's another thing. The people that are on them section meetings and the people that you meet, you do well to not learn.
Yeah.
You're going to learn from these people.
I must admit that for us, the ARC section is a phenomenally active and proactive section. It's the engagement levels are really high, and it's great when you guys all come in because you can feel the energy in the office.
We're not used to being listened to.
Yeah, it's brilliant. It's a really lovely buzz. It's great. It's great to be around. It's great to be around that kind of energy. So what's next on your sort of agenda coming up? I mean, obviously we're going into trade show season now. So you guys, I'm assuming, you're at TSE.
We are. Yeah, we'll be at the security event. Yes. So we're there all 3 days on stand.
Fantastic.
Stand B48.
There you go. Love that. Drop
we can
that
find it anyway. I think
Brilliant.
It's our second year on stand, and it's for us. It's really about pushing who we are and what we are as a business. So,
excellent.
As I referred to earlier about being an ARC and a remote video response centre, but also the fact that we're an independent business, and that this message that I'm pushing out through these mediums to the installers is exactly that.
Yeah.
We need DSOC to be more well known.
Yeah, brilliant stuff. And obviously being there at the show, you can catch up with people and talk them through what exactly you guys do. You're also joining us as well, which I'm super chuffed about. We're launching a new initiative with our membership, which is engaging with the Marcoms teams within our members. You guys have signed up for that, which I'm super chuffed about, because it would be great to have your energy and enthusiasm be part of that journey with us. We're going to be launching the Marcoms Forum, so we're really hoping that we can get the marketing departments within our membership sort of on board to come and join us. Again, that's going to be taking place, our first get-together. It's going to be taking place at the security event.
I was talking actually to Sian about it earlier at ARC Monitoring, so I was like, get more people involved.
Yeah,
and like you said, the ARCs are good at that. We do talk to each other.
You really do.
So it's getting everybody around that and getting towards what you guys are trying to achieve with your own marketing messages.
I mean, we are all about collaboration. You know, the BSIA kind of live and breathe the fact that we just want to get people in a room and get them talking, and that's how you make a difference. So all of these kind of things make an impact.
Yeah, of course they do, absolutely.
So very exciting times ahead. So thank you for joining us today, Ant. Lovely to have you in, and very much look forward to the next ARC section meeting because it's always great fun. So thank you very much.
No, thank you.